Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am taking you through a full day of eating as a vegan bikini athlete transitioning to a figure athlete who is currently in the middle of her improvement season but taking a fat loss phase or doing a fat loss phase. So we're into week number 15 of this fat loss phase, which is relatively long. We'll probably wrap up around week 20, so about 5 months. Relatively long to have in the middle of an improvement season, but my improvement season overall is going to end up being like 18 months. 18 months of just plowed in a calorie surplus will not look pretty or set me up for a very good prep. So just a brief update. I've gone from my peak improvement season weight of 152 pounds to 135. And I also did my check-in this morning with my coach actually, so if she makes any adjustments or makes me more hungry, depending on what she changes later, I will let you guys know. So, gonna take you into my first meal of the day. It's not necessarily my first meal or food serving. This morning I did go and train. I did upper body, 30 minutes post-workout cardio, and I pretty much got all my steps for the day. How many steps am I on? I'm on 13k steps and it's midday. So steps are nice and high. I have to walk quite far to the gym. I do have 10 grams of intra-workout carbs and 20 grams of EAAs, just to give me a little bit of something, because I feel like I would probably keel over and die if I didn't have that. So now it's time to actually eat a proper post-workout meal a few hours after I've trained. So I'm gonna show you guys what I have as a vegan who is trying to maintain muscle, because we're definitely not growing muscle at this point, but I'm trying very hard to hold on to it. So let me show you what I'm gonna eat. Okay guys, let me talk you through what we have. So for the protein source, I have a vegan chocolate orange Perform protein kind of like shake. I like to blend it with tons of ice, so it's quite voluminous. My favorite ever Perform protein powder, and it's an amazing flavor. Let me just put you down. And then for the carbs, we have cream of rice. Cream of rice and blueberries, a very, very common occurrence for me. Very, very fast digesting carbs. It tastes amazing. This is the apple crumble flavor. It's Applied Nutrition. Really, really like this one. They also, I think, have Cardio Sports Nutrition, which have like an apple crumble flavor, and I'm pretty sure you can get that along with the vegan protein at Full Ball Sports, nearly 10% off. The other thing, because I miss peanut butter and my fats are so low on a training day. So what I've done is I've taken this sugar-free peanut butter powder, and what I've done is I've just mixed it with like a tiny little bit of water. You can kind of see like it's got like a relatively nice consistency. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it all over this. So, there we have it, meal number 1 / kind of 2. So, macros for this meal, we've got 50 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, 33 grams of protein. They're about 360 calories. So, I'm gonna chow down on this. And then, I've got a call with a client and so much admin work, I think my head's gonna explode. So, I'll see you guys in about 3 or 4 hours when it's time for the next meal. I'm back. I wish I could say that it's meal time, but it's not. It's 3 hours later, and I've got about another meal, about another hour left until my next meal. Brain is not working. I'm feeling like really, really low energy. It's hit me. It always happens around like this time of the day. So I have a little pick-me-up, a Diet Pepsi, because Diet Pepsi is life. Very nice. And if there's any caffeine in this, then I need it. So responded to my check-in. She said she's happy with how I'm looking. Things look like they're trending in the right direction. She can tell that I'm holding some inflammation because I'm into week 5 in this training block. And she just said, you know, you're looking great, but you're just not looking as kind of like, you know, crispy. I don't even know if I'm lean enough to look crispy, but you know when you can just see more detail depending on how lean you are. So changes are I've got daily cardio. So now on my leg days as well, I've got cardio, so basically smashing up my legs on the Stairmaster every single day now. So it takes me up to about 4 hours of cardio per week. I'm doing well over 15,000 steps a day, and calories are, let's just say, on average about 1,200 a day. So we have hit the suck, but it's cool. Like, I'm glad that it's more expenditure rather than it being like less food. So just going to crack on with that over the next couple of weeks, and then deload. I'm trying to plan a tactical deload in with a special trip that I have that I'll be taking you guys on kind of like mid-November. So I'm gonna indulge in my Diet Pepsi, catch up on the rest of my admin, make sure that everyone who needs to get paid gets paid, and just checking over content and stuff like that to make sure that that's all ready and set to go for this next week, and doing adult business / things. I literally can't speak. None of that makes any sense. Fucking hell, I'm waffling. Do you want to know one thing that I have realised? Like, because I prepped last year, and I finished prep in like August, so it's been well over like 14, 15 months since I prepped, and I realised how fucking dumb your brain gets on prep. It's been really nice to get to this stage of a diet again, to remember how much it impacts my cognitive function, because it means that I can adjust my workload appropriately next year when it comes to prep coming around the corner, because no one can say to me that you can carry a workload as you could do when you're in the improvement season in prep, because your brain literally works at like half as much capacity. So it's been a good reminder of me thinking like, actually, how much work can I tolerate and how can I structure my work to make sure that I can be as efficient as possible even when there's not much up there right now. Pray for me. Finally, it's time to eat. It's actually 4:30, which is ridiculous. But we have Linda McCartney sausages on basically all of the vegetables in the world. Iceberg lettuce, normal kind of like salady bits. We've got some like kind of like slaw, like cabbage, pickled cabbage, beetroot, tomatoes. So yeah, pretty good. And then this is a high protein wrap, but what I've done is I put it in the air fryer and made like these crispy things. So they look quite cool. If you want to lose body fat, you have to do two things. One, you've got to make sure that you're eating in a calorie deficit and measuring properly that you actually are in a calorie deficit. And two, you've got to be skillful at how you eat your food. Because if you're in a big fucking calorie deficit like I am, you're going to be hungry. But you can mitigate that hunger as best as possible. Because this meal is... Okay, this huge meal is 25 grams of carbs, it's 12 grams of fat, 43 grams of protein, so it's about 400 calories, 43 grams of protein and only 25 grams of carbs, and the fat mainly comes from the Linda McCartney sausages and the wrap. So like, this is huge, 400 calories. This will tide me over very nicely until my final meal of the day. So, time to dig in. Hallelujah, it's nearly 8 p.m, which means that it's basically time for the last meal of the day. So easily my favorite meal, because I like crunchy foods, I like sweet foods, I like carbs, and that is the end of the day for me. So I'm gonna show you what I've got. So in this bowl, we have got some basically Cocoa Pops, like some kind of bran cereal, blueberries, and then loads of yogurt. I popped some flavor drops, the toffee flavor drops from my protein. So this is the all bran cereal. This is like some kind of weird organic koala Cocoa Pop thing, and then just plain Alpro yogurt. So time to dig into this, and then what I'm going to do is probably just get ready for bed, because I've just worked non-stop today. Like, I genuinely feel like I don't know where the day has gone, so I'm just going to get ready to go to bed. My sleep has been suffering a little bit with just the lower energy and just feeling a bit wired, like waking up at 3 a.m. like, is it time to start the day yet? When's breakfast? So I'll catch up with you guys in the morning, hopefully be a little bit less wired. See you in the morning. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, my energy levels are not better. Sleep is getting better, I think. I think it's getting better, but I think it's because I'm more physically tired. but also like if anything happens in the night, like I'm awake, like, oh my God, is it time to start the day? So yeah, we've just got to that stage and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It is part of the process where energy is lower. Training this morning also very much so sucked. We're in a position where it's a little bit awkward because it's technically time where I need to take a bit of a deload week, but I'm trying to stretch it out until I go away to Abu Dhabi, like I referenced in my last vlog, but I am starting to feel a bit battered. Even so, I hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog, just to show you a little bit of the kind of like tips and tricks that I like to use when it comes to volumizing foods, nice food swaps that you can have that are lower calories, such as for instance like that PB2 or peanut butter powder, basically just replaces normal peanut butter. So little things like that are really, really good to know, just so that you can reference, or if you didn't think of that before, then you've got that. Even like small things like down to, you know, blending my protein with ice to volumize it. Like those are things that typically, you know, I would never do. I'd probably just make my protein into like a protein sludge or like a cream and put it on top of my cream of rice. But little things like this show you how you can volumize your foods more, help you with your satiety levels, and then also, especially for those of you who are vegan or those of you who want to understand a little bit more about what eating vegan might be like in other countries, such as in the UAE, in Dubai, it's giving you some value there. It is part of the process though, when you are really digging for fat loss, that you will inevitably feel hungry, but these things just help to make it feel that less not fun. So one thing that I did want to talk about, guys, just before I wrap up this video, is if you have not already signed up to my email list, you need to do it. Sign up to my email list, link will be below, because I've got some exciting announcements coming, but it's coming as a priority to my email list, and there's like a lot of information to explain what is going to be coming for you guys. Just to put it into short, there's a lot of free value, a lot of my time, and possibly some prizes coming to you guys who want to level things up in terms of your mindset and really set yourselves up for the rest of this year and into the new year to finally become the badass that you've wanted to be and to create the life that you've wanted to have. This is one thing that we work on very much so with our clients at Team CBM, not just physique transformations, but getting them to psychologically believe and, you know, manifest where they want to be and what they want to achieve when it comes to their business, when it comes to their, well, because we work with a lot of female entrepreneurs, but also when it comes to their career progressions. We are a very empowered community, and yes, it roots from fitness and health and lifestyle, but also a lot of the mindset work that we do is going to be covered in what I will be telling you when you sign up to my email list. And I'm not going to spam you, I'm just going to send over the information that you have signed up for, okay? So aside from that, I will see you guys in the next YouTube video, where I will be giving a little bit more of an in-depth update with how this fat loss phase is going, as we're really starting to grind it out now. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Much love.